Hey guys. So this is basically like a call for help because I've got a huge problem and I don't know yet how to solve it. It is that I only go to Bayreuth this year 3 times, which also means that I only need 3 dresses. And well, look for yourself. Um, this is a whole situation. 3 dresses out of this. I need your help. So I'll just lay you off for a bit and then we can talk. Okay, so this is the situation we're working with right now. Um, like how can I choose something out of this? Like I have a concept somewhere in my mind, but now that I'm seeing all of them, this is this is hard. Um, So I wanted to try a few of them, like my favorites, on for you and like know how they feel because I'm gonna sit a lot and I'm gonna sit on stools which are not made to sit on. This was not one of Wagner's priorities. He was like, if you want to look and hear my music, then you're gonna be as uncomfortable as possible because I'm worth it. So this is kind of the stool situation. Um, and I need to be like comfortable. So as much as I love this is not like a Rheingold dress where you can sit with for 2.5 hours. Beautiful, but not very practical. So this is actually what I thought of wearing for the Valkyrie, because it's not, well, it's much longer than Rheingold, but you don't sit as long. And also my kind of adopted grandma, like she died recently and she was the one who always went with me to Bayreuth and to see my first ring, and I wore this when we first went there and she was like, wow, this is so good, this is so great, you look so good in this. Is this fitted by Chanel or something? Which it is not. It's by Lace and Beads, as are probably most of these. But yeah, I wanted to kind of honor her by wearing this. And the white one. I specifically wore the white one with her because I've got the same thing in pink as well, in this kind of nude blush pink, which I also don't know currently if it suits me. Like, I don't know, there are some dresses, and I'm looking at this one. I call this my Edith dress. I'm gonna take this on too, because I don't know if it suits me. I mean, I've got the same one in blue, but yeah, I'm kind of overwhelmed by seeing them all together right here, right now, because obviously I know what I have. But yeah, it's a difficult situation. Also, what I'm planning for is, first of all, well, obviously, there's the Rheingold and Valkyrie, not Siegfried and Götterdämmerung, which are apparently also the one where there's still tickets available. So I think everyone has like my taste and only goes in Rheingold and Valkyrie. Which I understand for me because I went into the whole ring last year, but I mean, you need to look at the whole thing, really. But anyway, so we're going to Rheingold and Valkyrie. I thought, but this is an option, like, if it's not too hot, because if it's like 35 degrees, I'm not wearing this. So this would be this, what I was planning for Rheingold, because it's quite comfortable, actually. It's comfortable and looks good, and like, no one's gonna see me really, which is like kind of sad for this dress. But yeah, there's like no intermission, because normally you have like these 1 hour intermissions, and because these are all 3 acts, there are 2 intermissions, a 1 hour. So you will not see this as much. But yeah, anyway, I want to wear this because it's one of the newer ones. I also got it as like this short sleeved version in a bit of a paler green. I don't know, I kind of feel like a seller right now, which I'm not obviously, but feel like it. So this might be an option if it's warmer. And then this for the Valkyrie. And I'm gonna say it now, I'm gonna say it, every feminist will come at me, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna dress up for a man. I don't know. Last year I wore this one because all the Valkyries are like in this pink and red dimension. And I wanted to kind of Valkyrie bond with them. So I wore this pink one. And please just leave me that illusion at this point. But normally there's, with Wotan's farewell, she's still there and Wotan's Brunhilde is still there and Wotan's singing to Brunhilde. But in this case, Brunhilde's not there anymore. So, like Tomasz Konieczny, who plays Wotan, he just looks into the audience and kind of looks at someone. And I'm just saying, I think that someone was me last year. Obviously, probably he didn't see me, or he just thought, oh, it's pink, I'm gonna look at this pink thing there. But I don't know, I have the illusion that he looked at me while singing this, and so I want to be noticeable enough because I kind of sit in the same direction this year, so maybe I'll be visible in this. Yeah, I know, it's really disturbing probably, but leave me something, come on. Okay, and of course I go to Lohengrin. Yes, I know, I said blue is non-negotiable for this one, which would be this. And if you say now, hey girl, you've got like this blue dress there. Yes, but there is a difference between lighter blue and darker blue in Lohengrin, and lighter blue is Elsa, and I don't like Elsa, she's one of the E-rolls, she's nothing for me, no. So Lohengrin is a dark blue thing. So this would be this, and this has actually accompanied me to like the last Lohengrin I've been at, or I think, not sure, because there's like another, it's somewhere, wait, yeah, I'm kind of, no, it's here, ha! So, is this dress, so this is a cocktail length. All these dresses, like after the green one, are cocktail dresses, which are kind of my, if it's too warm, dresses in this occasion. But yeah, I'm gonna say it, I love this dress. I love it so much, and as I said, I'm kind of in a dilemma because this is kind of the best. I know the lighting is a bit off now, but this is the dress I looked best in, like color-wise. I don't know why. Might also be a bit different because this year I'm a bit more tanned than last year. But I would really love to wear this one. Even though it's dark red and not dark blue. But I don't know. I want to wear this dress and I'm kind of set on this for Rheingold and this for Valkyrie. But anyway, I think I'm just gonna jump into stuff. I don't know yet if you're gonna see me whole or if you're just gonna see my face, probably. Because I don't really have that much space to have me as a full figure if it's still this format instead of this. That way. So you're probably just gonna see this of me. But I think I'm gonna start with the Edith dress. And I call it the Edith dress because normally I think nobody would look good in this color. But at the time I was this copper redhead because I had my hair bleached from like dark red box dye to blonde, which is, these are the remnants of that. And I looked kind of like Edith, so this was okay. and I don't think it is anymore. But anyway, like, I'm gonna jump into this right now, and then we're gonna see how horrible I look, and obviously, hopefully can like make it better right now. By the way, I'm not gonna do my hair for this. Normally I have this kind of, if I keep my hair open, I have this kind of bell hair going on. So like twirling strands of my hair around and pinning them up here, just like a couple. But I'm not going to do this today because normally that's what I do after I put my dress on, because most of them don't have a zipper or something, which I can take on after I made my makeup. So no hair today, but might be coming still. So I'm just gonna jump into this dress. See you in a moment. So this actually took a while. So yeah, I don't know, some people are good in nude, but I don't think I'm one of them, honestly. So I don't know. I don't know if this looks good at me right now. I probably get demonetized for this actually, because it's so close to my to my skin color. But it is a dress. Believe me, it is a dress. I'm not like bombing you. What I like about this dress is like this stuff. There's like this lace underneath, which is the same thing with the dark blue one. But I don't know. It fits me much better than when I was younger, which means that I probably weigh a little bit more, because it did not fit me when I was younger. Yeah, well, it doesn't fit me now. I just realized it doesn't fit me now. But yeah, this is the dress. I mean it could work, but honestly I don't think I'm the kind of girl that can wear nude. But yeah. This is kind of the dress, if you were like interested. It's, as I said, it's the same thing in blue. Exact same thing. Like, it's got these little rhinestones, just as here, and it's got the same blue, I don't know, here you can see it, it's the same thing. It actually glitters much more in the light here than it does in camera, but never mind. Yeah, I don't think this will come with me this year. Even though it's kind of, I'm kind of sad about this, because it's a pretty dress, it's just not pretty on me. Also, just for a fact, I don't like Edith. So, I don't know, this is an Edith dress, I don't like Edith. And before you ask, like, my mom loves Edith for some reason, I don't know why, because I don't like her. I don't like her at all, because, I don't know, it's kind of more or less this unwritten rule, apparently, in Downton Abbey, that there's only one wedding per episode. So, in the last episode of the last, this is so stupid, of season 6, the last episode of season 6, there were 2 weddings. Edith's with her, whoever it was, he's playing, or he played Henry Higgins on Broadway, but never mind. So Edith got married, and also Isabel got married, and I love Isabel. I'm sorry, and I'm so mad at Edith that I didn't get to see her wedding. I mean, Isabel's wedding, because Edith had to get married. And obviously Edith is so much more important. Anyway, yeah, this is an Edith dress. It looks like I probably don't wear anything. I don't know, this is cute. But I think I'm gonna jump into something else now. So, see you in a bit. So this is the one I want to wear for Rheingold. So, love the color, love the fit. It like fits me like a glove, which is always great in in evening gowns or stuff in general. I don't know. So my mom was like, this is gonna be too hot. And I was like, no, it's gonna be okay. And I'm wearing this for 1 minute and I'm like, this might be too much. If it's not, I don't know, 20 degrees, 15 degrees, then it might actually be too hot, unfortunately. Also, it's got a slit, like this is nice. But yeah, and it also twirls really prettily, but you can't see it right now. But you can at least see like the upper half of it. And as I said, I just love this. Isn't it pretty? I don't know. I love it. What I might need is some, well, tape here, because yeah, I don't think anyone paid to see that. But, well, yes, I also can, like, this is how far my arms will go. I could be like in a Hungarian dance, like, this is probably so horrible for the Hungarians, but never mind. So this is the back, which is kind of the same as in front, but yeah, I love this dress. It is so pretty. But like most of the greens, I feel like they're much more bluer on screen than they are in real life. So this is a real pretty emerald green in real life. And it's a bit more on the petrol side, a bit bluish on camera. But yeah, I mean, come on. Make it a bit, just a teeny tiny bit colder, that I can wear this dress. Just saying. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Can only hope, but not like cold enough that I can't wear this on the next day. Yeah, it's a dilemma. Oh god. This is getting out of hand. Anyway, I'm now gonna wear this one, which is, as I said, the same thing, but with different, yeah, you know what I mean, sleeves. That's the word. With different sleeves. So this might be better if it's gonna be like really hot. But all in all, I love this dress so much. It's probably one of my favorites. Also with how it's cut. I mean, I don't know. I always think you can see in the design if a designer likes women. And you can see if he doesn't like women. Yeah, just saying. I think everyone in this collection likes women, but there is some stuff going on where I'm like, why do you design if you don't like women? But never mind. I'll see you in a second with the other dress on. And here we are with the next one. So this is basically the same dress as before, but a bit different. So this is probably, if it's too hot, then I cannot wear the other dress. Also, I'm like not wearing Spanx right now, so just think that I would be wearing Spanx with all these dresses, not because it makes me look slimmer or something, but just because I feel better. I don't know, it's kind of the rigidness of shapewear that gives me something. Also, I found something, which is the whole collection of Downton Abbey, and on the back side there is Miss Edith in an Edith dress. She has like this light autumn palette going on, so she's constantly, when she's feeling good, like not in the beginning, but then later when she's feeling good, then she's in these orange and brown and gold tones. So the dress we wore before is definitely in these things. So I like this dress as well. I think the darker is better for me. Just saying. It's a thing. For some reason, I don't know, is it a thing that most soft summers look better in darker colors? I mean, this is definitely up my alley, but I think I look better in the darker one. Anyway, it's like the exact same dress, just with other sleeves, other color, and it does not have a slit. So this is going through. It's so sad that you don't get to see like the whole twirlability of the dress, but as I said, my room is not that like big that I could do that, unless I would like do it like this, which is not so good for you because you can't see it properly. Anyway, yeah, this is this dress. This might be my option if it gets too hot and I cannot wear my dark green dress. Yeah, this is that. Also, I don't know, I always felt like, I mean, I know this is not a true Jane Austen kind of dress. I always call it Jane Austen dresses. But I never thought that this would suit me, like this kind of style. I always thought I was kind of more of this girl or this girl. But I think this is cut well enough that it is okay. So what's the next one? Shall I wear next? By the way, I wore this dress, which is one of my favorites, last year, but problem was, A, it's a bit too warm, or it was a bit too warm, and B, it's lined, which is great normally. Great, we love a dress that's lined, but not if it's like this, with every single step. By the way, this is like the shoe I wear to everything. You see it on the heel because people stomp, obviously, if they think it's good. So the heel is like this, basically. It was not like this when I bought it. But when you stomp, then you stomp. So with what are we gonna go? I want to try on... I don't know yet. You know what? I would like to do this one because if it's cold and I cannot wear the white one, then I'd like to wear this one because it has a bit of a sleeve, and it's the other one that I wore with my adoptive grandma when we were first in Götterdämmerung. And this is also, by the way, the dress I was broadcast in for some reason. I don't think there's too many like young people, so they probably, yeah. Anyway, just thinking what might be the most intelligent thing next. Yes, I think I'm gonna go on with this one and then go on from there. See you in a second. So, next dress. This is much different than my other dresses because it's slim around the hips, which I don't normally like, but I think it's good in this one also because it's sheer up here, so you still see like the figure. I don't know. I don't think it's something for this year. I think I'd rather, if it's like bad weather, I'd rather take another dress. But let's say, love this dress, like love it very much. I'm glad I was with it on videotape, but yeah. I also think like the flowers are a bit misplaced, let's say like that, like these flowers. This is also by Lace and Beads, as are most of these at this point. But yeah, like this dress, but I don't think this year. This is not the year for this dress. But it's a safe option to keep in mind. See you in a second. Next dress. So this is, I call it my Angelica dress, and stay with me for this one. So I think it was 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago almost, that at my studio they do every year like a showcase, and we were set to perform the Schuyler Sisters, and I wore this dress for it. Therefore, it's my Angelica dress. Also, funny story, and by funny story I mean it's not funny at all, it was actually very terrifying. There was like the biggest snowstorm in I don't know how long, so the snow was like this. feels like, but they didn't call it off. So nothing was going. Like, buses stopped working. We couldn't not go up. We couldn't get out of the street and stuff. But I went through it. Since for the Schuyler Sisters we needed 4 people just to sing it, which is obviously Angelica, Eliza, Peggy, and Burr. And I already knew that our singing coach, who played Burr, that he wouldn't be able to make it, and also our Eliza wouldn't be able to make it. So I did not take this dress with me, but we kind of went through it like in the run through before. We like put our did it anyway, as in just places. And like one of our choir, like our singing coach, he didn't have a backup for himself. He had a backup for the 3 of us, like one girl who sang all the Schuyler Sisters, and she had to jump in for Eliza a few weeks before, but there was no one for Burr. So there was this guy out of our choir who jumped in and said, I'm gonna learn these lines in case he doesn't come here also tomorrow, because it's 2 consecutive days, and there was not so much probability that like the train would start working miraculously on the next day, which it didn't. So he learned it that evening. Also, like, because it was cut, the song was cut, and there's not so much Eliza anyway, so kind of Peggy and I, we tried it for the run through by just singing like Angelica and Peggy and dividing Eliza's lines between us, and having this new Burr and our singing, oh, not singing teacher, but the boss of our studio. He was like, yeah, you can do that. Like, if you want, you can go on stage with this. Because weeks earlier, when we knew that our Eliza would not be able to make it, we said, okay, good, we can rewrite it, that it's only Angelica and Peggy. And so we had learned it before for this specific incident. So we did this. We did a Schuyler Sisters with just Angelica and Peggy, and the Burr who just had learned his lines like an hour before or 2 hours before. And we were like going through it and going through it and going through it over and over. And it was just such adrenaline. And I didn't have my dress. I only had this at the second day, where our Liza also showed up, by the way. But so I didn't even have this dress. I was like for my second act for Gretchen Wieners from Mean Girls. I was in like jeans and a top. So I did Angelica Schuyler in the jeans and the top, and then the second day I did this. Yeah, was a pretty long story for saying why this is my Angelica dress, but it is my Angelica dress. It's also the dress I wore last year when Tomasz Konieczny looked at me. Again, he was probably just like, oh yeah, there's something pink. I'm gonna concentrate on this one. And leave me my illusion. Come on, I don't have that much in my life. So, love this dress. This is my Valkyrie bonding dress. It also looks much better on me than it does on camera, as always. Yeah, I don't know. This might be an option for the Valkyrie if I get too uncomfortable in this, or this gets too heavy, because it is heavy. It's all beaded and stuff, so there's a lot going on. And yeah, I think I'm just, after this very long explanation, gonna jump into my favorite dress, because I want to do the white one at, in the end. So, see you in a minute. So this is the next dress. It's also not that much for arm movement, honestly. It's like this, and that's all. But it's just so pretty. This color is everything, I think. It's a bit more purple than I would like normally, which also you can also don't see on the screen. And it's got this pretty shawl with it, so this is great. Yeah, this is my favorite. This is the dress. I don't know. Is it bad luck to like wear a dress with which you sat like outside of Bayreuth for most of the time? Because this is the dress I wore to Tannhäuser last year. And we all know what happened at Tannhäuser last year. Yeah. Anyway. Love this dress, love the cut, love this. I mean, it's simply wonderful. I think this and the dark green one with the long sleeves are probably my favorites. Yeah, I don't know. I could wear this all day and night. Also, I mean, look at this. Look how much skirt there is. This is great. And it still touches my toes, like, this is everything. I think it's just a bit too heavy to have a real twirlability factor, but yeah. Also, I wanted to show you something. I've got these in a bag for obvious reasons, because I'm terribly afraid I'm gonna mess up or something. So, you have to, where is it? There's one. And there should be another. Ah, there. So, I don't know if you remember this, but last year there was this little thing called the Eras Tour of this very unknown artist, Taylor Swift. Unknown. And she sneaked her way onto the Green Hill, basically, because obviously there is a gift shop, there is always a gift shop, and the owner of it, his daughter, obviously was a great Taylor Swift fan, and he sold like little friendship bracelets. Like, I've got one where, wait a second, I'm gonna kneel down for this. I've got one of Holländer and one of Ring 24. So she made these and they sold it. Obviously, I'm very, very, very paranoid when it comes to these snipping off. So this is why there's this kind of little plastic stuff still on, because I redid them, because I was too afraid I would rip them. And I also like had a few others made, and by I had a few others made, I mean I had them made by me. But these are the official ones, and I'm just gonna get, wait a second, like I've done a lot of these, but yep. I made a few of them, like specifically for this ring. So I made a yellow Wotan one because he wears a yellow suit. And this is not one of them. And then I made, obviously, because she's my favorite, I made a black, do you see it? A black and purple Fricka one with like a hint of silver, because she's got these silver labels in the Valkyrie. And again, love Krista Meyer, she's great, she's the best. So I did some for other roles as well, which one is Schwertleiter, and she sings in the third act also of the Ring, the Valkyrie, after she turns back into Fricka for like the last scene. And because she sings also in Götterdämmerung, she sings Waltraute, who I love very much. Waltraute is one of my favorite roles ever. I made this. So this is my favorite out of all of them, because I love this red, pink and black and gold thing that's going on there. Obviously I'm never gonna see her, but these are probably some of my accessories I'm gonna wear it that day. Anyway, never gonna see her, never gonna give them to her probably. So they are kind of all made for my wrists anyway. So, last dress, and then we're done after all this time. See you in a second. And now I remember why this is my favorite dress ever. So this is my, not by Chanel, but by Lace of Beads dress. I mean, come on. I know why my adoptive grandmother said that this could also be by Chanel. So for this I am wearing a bit of a Spanx, because I wouldn't feel well if I didn't. Also, like, look at this bag. I mean, come on, people. This is so, so pretty. As I said, I've also got it in pink, but like the white one is still, the white one is the goat. Like the last time I wore this, I had this kind of, I don't want to say Fran Fine updo, but it felt like it a bit. So this massive bun on my head, which kind of looked like a crown, and I'm sure that everyone behind me loved this hairdo. But yeah, so this is the best dress I have, which you can't see in full, unfortunately. But I don't know, you see like the tiny beads and stuff, like when I go to the light. I mean, I so hope that I get to wear this for the Valkyrie, because it's still my favorite. Also, for some reason they like sold veils with this, because I got this on Zalando, which is like weird. I would not get married in this, but I mean, like, if you had a similar wedding dress to this and I had a guy and I had a big church wedding, which would be weird because I'm not in church anymore, like, yeah, people, this would be such a dress for this. I'm so glad I have this for last. I hope I get to wear this. It's actually not that uncomfortable. I'm gonna say that. It's actually very comfortable. And yeah, love it, love the back. As I said, same thing in pink as well, without the shawl. I think it's pretty in this one as well. And I wore this when I like went with 2 friends to Salome. And I mean, you know what I look like in this. And it's the same in pink. And they were, I mean, they're a bit younger than me, like 2 years. But honestly, if you would see me in this dress, all made up, without the glasses, with my hairdo, with my makeup and everything, you would say that I look good, wouldn't you? Like, this is a deep wound, that when I wear this dress, that they didn't tell me that I look good. I mean, feminism is good, but you can say we look good, people. It's a thing. You can, it is allowed. And if I get more compliments by people 80 plus than by guys in their early 20s, then we've got a problem. Just saying. Yeah, as I said, love the dress, love everything about it. I hope I get to wear this on the Valkyrie, and maybe Tomasz Konieczny will look at me again. Also, maybe I can recreate my favorite moment from last year. I don't know about you, but I always film the bows. And there was this very cute thing which kind of healed my heart. Because Tomasz Konieczny and Krista Meyer, they have such good chemistry on stage. But they fight all the time, obviously. And there was this thing after the second act, when they were bowing, they didn't let go of each other's hands, and they were like talking with each other constantly, and they held their hands as long as possible. Like, everyone else was like, yeah, I'm out. but it was only when she went inside and he stayed back, because it's normal, women go through the curtain first and then men go, which is, I think, satisfactory considering the fact that with Wagner it's always the male roles before the female roles. So I think it's great that they always let the women go first, but only when she like left the stage, then while going alongside him, then she like let go of his hand, or they let go of each other's hand. So this was kind of a healing experience, which I thought was so cute. They don't normally like bow next to each other for some reason, but I was like, yeah, wonderful. They don't hate each other as much as they do on stage. Also, what I love about Tomasz Konieczny, I'm gonna say it, he's always stealing that extra bow. Like everyone else is gone inside, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going. And he bows again, and then he leaves, which I love so much. And I'm so excited to go there again, even though, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart that this is going to be the last year that I'm going to be able to see the ring, because it's so good and it's so underrated. And they only had, why do they only have Götterdämmerung on Blu-ray? Do the whole thing, and by the whole thing I mean the whole ring as it is now, this year, with this casting on DVD. Just do it. Well, maybe I would prefer to have the older Siegfried, but still, please, please do that. It's so underrated. It's so great. Sebastian Schwarz, he understands it. It's wonderful. And it really breaks my heart that this was only for, I don't know, 4 years? This is the 4th time. Like, this is the 4th time I'll see the Valkyrie. And the 3rd time I'll see Rheingold. And I've seen Siegfried and Götterdämmerung twice. Just give us a DVD of this. Please. Like, they had it on, I don't know, the BR, the Bayerische Rundfunk Mediathek or something, for 4 weeks or something. And there were some people who, like, screen recorded it. But they always gave out in the scene with Fricka and Wotan. Like, how? Do you hate us so much? Please just have it at DVD. I'm sorry, I had to get this rant out of me. Because I wish... I love this cape-like thing, by the way. Because I just wish they did it as a DVD. It's so great. It's so good. Yeah, can't have everything. Also, I need to... Wait, 1 second. I need to see if, like, my friendship bracelets, which I will never be able to give to anyone. Wait a second. I think it's also a bit weird that Christa Meyer, she plays like Schwertleite in the Valkyrie, and she plays Waltraute in Götterdämmerung. Why doesn't she play Waltraute in the Valkyrie as well? Like, is this a me problem? Probably. Anyway, like here. This is so cool. I'm just gonna wear these friendship bracelets as if I was going to a Taylor Swift concert. Yeah, this is gonna be so normal. And I'm just saying, I hope that they will have more. Oh yes, I need the ring, of course. No, not this one. I need the ring, of course. The official one from last year. So I hope they will have new ones of these this year. I know that I probably overpaid much for these, but I was like, we're talking about a young woman here who needs this money because she went to see Taylor Swift, and these tickets are not cheap, so she's trying to make a couple of bucks by selling these things. So I'm glad. My mother got the Tannhäuser thing, and honestly, why not? I overpaid, but I supported a young woman with it, so I'm good. Anyway, this was my very great experience and a lot of stories and stuff with these dresses, and now I have to take a couple of hours to repackage all these dresses. Yeah, tell me what you think, tell me what you would wear out of all these dresses and the ones I tried on. Also there's like a few back here also. There's like what I call my Ricky dress. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's like this red dress that kind of looks like the one that Ricky wore to that I don't know, dinner at Zane's. Don't know. You know what I mean. You know which episode I mean. But anyway, have a nice day, and I hope you had a great time. Yeah, tell me what you thought of them. Have a nice time. Bye.